Learning Greek can be torture. And believe me, I ought to know. I've taken Greek for 3 years as a student. In fact, I went on and on and on in school and got a PhD in New Testament. I've taught it for over a decade now as a professor. Believe me, I know all of the torture methods. You have your boring professors and lectures. Oh,
Anyone?
You have your people who in desperation go onto the internet and find some really good information and then a lot of garbage, and how do you sort through it all? You have your complicated textbooks that go into great detail and just confuse you. When I was learning Greek, they gave us a chart, in fact, this very chart, and told us to memorize this. I'm sure you can't see it, it's in fine print, but it was hopeless. There was no chance. Worst of all, you have this sense that you're on your own. I mean, that it's all on you. You don't believe me that this is torture? This used to be me. It doesn't have to be this way. In fact, I think it's possible to learn Greek without suffering. In fact, it could be a blast. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not saying it can be easy. Anyone who tells you that learning Greek is easy is either a genius or they just don't know what they're talking about. Greek is a challenging language, but it's worth it. That's what I'm saying, and the journey can be a joy. Here's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about Greek. The Hebrew people believed that before God made the world, there was just a watery chaos. And into that chaos, God spoke. You see, it is by the word, by language, that the world was made. Now, whatever you believe about that, language is very deeply connected with what it means to be human. And Greek is the masterpiece of language. Greek is not just some dead language that you can say, brag to your friends that you know. Understand Greek, understand the grammar, the way language works and how it's used. You'll understand yourself better. You might even get a glimpse of God. Master Greek grammar, and you will have the tools you need to make learning any other language much more easy. Because you see, you'll understand how language works. And it's not just foreign languages, you'll understand English better. I mean, I can honestly say I didn't really get English until I took Greek. And as strange as that may sound, it was Greek that gave me the window on English that helped me understand how it works. This has made me a better speaker, a better writer, even a better thinker. Because, well, think about it. When you think, you use language. So when you understand language, well, your brain just works better. Also, if you're a kind of person who loves first century Greek documents like the New Testament, obviously learning Greek and being able to read them in the original language will bring a freshness and a force to them that you've never heard before. And if you're not interested in this first century form of Greek, if you want to learn modern Greek or go back to classical Greek, this is still a good place to start, because Hellenistic Greek, this Greek that was spoken in the first century, is a great jump-off place to go either forward in time to modern Greek or backward in time to classical Greek. Obviously, learning Greek is not something you do on a whim. It takes a big commitment. In fact, it's taken me over 20 years to get to where I can pick up a Greek New Testament and read it comfortably. But I'm convinced I can help you take that same journey in only 3 or 4 years, if you'll work at it with me. But even if you don't make it to the promised land, to this final goal of just fluent reading of the Greek New Testament, I think you'll enjoy every step along the way. I know I have, because as I study Greek, Scripture becomes more clear to me. And every step along the way that I take, the clarity gets a little brighter. So I hope I get to meet you this Tuesday night, 8:15 in the live online classroom. I really look forward to meeting you and hope you will join me in this journey of studying Greek together.